YouTube! Mordecai got exposed for his heinous crimes, and now it's Rigby's turn. In my previous video with Mordecai, I mentioned how Rigby can typically be a bad friend, and he has his own record of slimiest moments. This is where I uncovered just a small fraction of the madness this nigga put Mordecai and friends through. I'm gonna be talking about the episode Free Cake. Now, the main Monday, Mordecai and Rigby were trying to get some free cake because Rigby found a cool plate in the trash can. That shit was hideous. I didn't expect to comment my opinions on plates, but look at this monstrosity. This shit is just unacceptable. Anyways, they want some free cake, but they're too broke to afford it. They couldn't afford some cake mix that cost $1.50. Now, either these niggas have the worst money management of all time, or Benson is paying them in ramen noodles. Also, can we talk about how this nigga working at a free store? His ass not making no pay working at a free store. This is straight open slavery. They try to get Skips on board with them to chill with them later on so they can surprise him with his birthday party. But he makes it clear that he wants to be left alone. I mean, it's fair, people got their preferences. So these dudes lie to Benson, saying Skips is cool with the birthday party and that they convinced him with cake. Tell me, does this nigga look like a being that would typically indulge in the delicacy of chocolate cake? Yeah, They somehow manipulate Benson again, and he lets them get the cake they've been fiending for this entire episode. Now, don't get me wrong, Benson is an excellent boss, but he might be one of the dumbest bosses for trusting Mordecai and Rigby countlessly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video on his ass soon. So boom, they get the cake, and instantaneously, Rigby basically salivating all over the cake and ready to eat that shit. He all of a sudden forgot all about Skip's birthday party. His ass don't mind washing dishes for a month straight if he get to eat some cake. That's some motherfucking dedication, because I despise washing dishes. I guarantee you will never catch me doing it with a smile on my face, even with compensation. So these niggas get to looking for Skips. And when he realized how late it was getting, Rigby just gave up and was ready to eat the cake. If you look close enough, you'll actually see Rigby tapping into his inner raccoonish ways with how he's trying to scavenge the cake from Mordecai's hands. I don't know about y'all, but there's nothing but evil intent in those eyes. The main Mandem heard a sound in the forest, and Mordecai's was ready to go check it out. Based on this, we already know how long he would last in a scary movie. They peeped Skips doing some type of dance for what looked like a ritual. Mordecai actually decided to be mature for the first time in the episode and said they probably should let Skips do his thing because that shit was looking important. Rigby blatantly ignoring Mordecai's advice, then charges at Skips, then performs what looks like a single leg takedown. My bro was feeling like Islam Makhachev when he took down Dustin Poirier the way he grabbed him. This move from Rigby interrupted Skip's spirit dance. Now get this, one of Skip's homeboys from high school came down to earth to bring Skips to his demise for not completing his dance. I don't really know how this works, but it's a regular show. The Mandem realized that they hold Skips and decided to chase after him to see if they could help. Of course, Rigby realized no Skips equals no cake, so he realized he had to tag along. They found out Skips broke a pact by not finishing the dance he was doing in the woods. Therefore, his immortality was finished. This dude started turning into a fossil before our very eyes. Now, once again, Mordecai tried to be the bigger man because he realized his homeboy is really about to die over their mistake, so he tried to convince the Guardians to let Skips finish his dance. Mind you, these niggas are also his homeboys from high school. So they realize that Skips is probably gonna die. So they start apologizing and telling him about their plans of throwing him a party. And of course, Rigby fat ass mentioned the cake. Now these Guardians got intrigued when they heard cake, and Mordecai realized they had a chance of saving Skip's life. He offered the Guardians cake for Skip's life, but Rigby ass was playing man-to-man coverage on Mordecai because he realized he was ready to sacrifice the cake. If I was Skips and I got revived, I would personally end Rigby's life. This nigga was willing to let him die over some weak-ass chocolate cake on his birthday. After Rigby realized Skip's life is actually valuable, he finally let up and gave the Guardians the cake. These niggas just started smearing that shit all over their face, and you could tell Rigby was regretting his decision. They teleported back to the park, and as a birthday gift, Rigby gave Skips that shitty-ass plate from the beginning. All he did was write Skip's name on it and call it a day. As you can see, Rigby was a greedy-ass nigga from the beginning to the end of this episode.
That's how you play Tom Clancy! That's how you play Tom Clancy! That's how you play Tom Clancy!